I cringe when people, well, we came that close.
Yeah.
And what do you think Boone is going to say in the presser? Well,
Some
Warren pitched really good, and Hamilton's ball was a little bit. He missed this. Come on, man. I know
Yeah.
you got to defend your team, but don't make suckers out of us,
Yeah,
please,
definitely. And
please.
he's trying his best to sugarcoat it. That's the thing right there, but it's obvious that you can't. The Yankee fans are getting a little too rousy to keep sugarcoating it. You got to give it to them the way it is because we're watching every game. We're seeing every game. You mentioned Ian Hamilton. That's another guy who has been blowing games for us day in and day out. And we're getting into trouble because let me be honest with you, the Blue Jays are not a first place team, but we're giving them first place. We're
Yeah, but
losing
come on,
games.
but they are playing well. Let's call a spade a spade.
I don't
They're
think they're a
playing
first
well.
place team with us there. I think when we're at when we're at our best, we're better than the Blue Jays. We're giving them free games. We're giving them a free lead in the American League East. We had two abysmal series up in Toronto. And even games like tonight where we're not even playing a team in the same league, it becomes important because the way the Blue Jays are playing, where they're winning night after night and we're losing night after night, there's separation now between us and the Blue Jays, which is starting to become a problem. And it's also bad for the look of the team. This is a team that was runner-up in the World Series last year, and you're telling me they're not even going to win the division? They're going to be a wild card team? That's a problem right there.
If that much.
Yeah.
If that much. I mean, I don't know, George. I don't see it. I don't see. But even Toronto, they're putting hurting on everyone. All right, Detroit is a tailspin, but hey, you're playing them, and they're beating the hell out of these teams. They're not just winning 2-1; they're bashing.
Yeah.
I mean, they are on all cylinders, and they have Toronto in an uproar because I never saw that stadium that packed in many years.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, the Yankees are a very lucky club because if the Red Sox were winning, Tampa Bay, which I'm a little shocked, that they're not winning more.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees would be out of it right now.
Yeah.
And now it's not even one hand anymore. It's 5.5 games, guys. We're going into the second hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next two games, you got two of the best pitchers. We could be 7.5 games out by Sunday.
Yeah, which would be a huge problem. That's when you hit the panic button. If it's not hit already, you need to do a revamp of this team because, as Boone said, he keeps going. It's right in front of us. It's not right in front of you. You obviously don't have the guys. It's clear as day now. You don't have the guys. You need to bet new additions. You need to have guys who can pitch in big spots. You need high leverage relievers. Ian Hamilton might not be that. Jonathan Loaisiga might not be that this season. He still is coming off his injury. I do think there is still something in the tank. We're just not seeing it. Tim Hill is that guy, but he can't be your only guy because he's going to get so overworked, Tim Hill. Putting him in all the time. Devin Williams has been fantastic since about the beginning of May. He's been locked down. Luke Weaver, big problem, giving up a lot of home runs, which is why I really want Johan Duran. I think it is time to make the trade. It's time.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to get to the 8th and 9th inning. So they got to get high level middle inning relievers. Otherwise, what good is it?
Well, you could put a guy like Loaisiga or Ian Hamilton in there and take the stress off them. And then I'm still putting Luke Weaver in that high leverage category just because I can't ignore what he's done. And you have Devin Williams as the closer. So then you would have 3 guys I would put into the high leverage category. You would have Duran if you make a trade. You'd have Tim Hill and Luke Weaver. Those would be your 3 late inning guys. And then you move Loaisiga and Ian Hamilton. into the lower leverage situations, have them work it out, have Loizaga find his stride again, and then the bullpen's looking a little bit better. But you need another guy because you can't keep putting guys like Loizaga out there when he needs to get important outs. It's an issue.
See, John Ferrazzo says it's time for a different voice in the dugout. Boone needs to go. Okay, so you put somebody else in there. It's going to be the same thing. That's what people are not understanding here.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not that his brain is bad. They're not letting him use his brain.
Yeah.
It's all on paper. The only thing they're allowing him to do is be in the dugout and be the voice of the team.
Yeah,
That's all they're making this guy do, and he's making millions of dollars doing it.
I don't get a lot of the Boone hate. I mean, I understand where some of the people come from, but I don't get too much of the Boone hate because he's in a tough spot right now, man. The guys who you were expecting to play at that high level aren't. And instead of getting to the guys, all the media, all the criticism, it goes straight to Boone, straight to the head, which is it's an issue. You gotta cut the guy some slack. He made a few stupid decisions I think people are still mad about from last year's World Series, like putting Nestor in, all that stuff. But you gotta let it go. You gotta focus on the present. He's a good manager. He sticks up for his guys. I definitely think in the clubhouse, like player to manager on that level, he's extraordinary right there. I think the guys have a great relationship with him, which is really important. So I think he gets way too much hate, man. Way too much.
Yeah. Everybody that wasn't in the stream this afternoon. This is George from Swinging for the Fences. He does have a really, really cool podcast. And why don't you give it to the fans one more time, being the fact this is your only second time on the stream. Yeah. And go ahead, knock your socks off.
Yeah, so really, I do most of my content on Instagram. I'll post like a few minute clips and all that. I do longer podcasts, which I'm starting to expand onto my YouTube. So I'll do that. I do stuff on Spotify, all that. I do a lot of interviews with the players. Like I've done stuff with Boone himself, actually. Done stuff with guys like Darryl Strawberry, Tino Martinez. Lots of stuff with Oswaldo Cabrera, who the Yankees are desperately missing right now. And just building the brand, helping to cover the Yanks, give a cup of tea on all that, and yeah.
Well, that's great, and you said that you do a lot of you don't do too much live at this point, right?
Not really, not too much. I did a lot at the beginning, but it's a little too much for me right now, just with all the other stuff. But definitely, I mean, the post game time works perfectly for me, so I might just start doing that.
Well, if you have a little chance, in the comments, if you want to put the if you want to put the show on there, they could go directly to it to check everything out. It'll be easier.
Yeah.
By all means, you can do that. Absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hamilton and Warren Cashman external products. Yep. Yankee Steve, how you doing? DFA Hamilton, Efros, Lasagna, Hill. Now I wouldn't get rid of Hill. Vivas. You want to DFA everybody? Come on.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, I understand the frustration with the relief pitching. I really do. But yeah, you can't fire 26 guys. It's the managers, and I would make a statement and maybe relieve the batting coach of his duties. I would make a little statement that way, and then move on, and then see how that goes, because it's obvious whatever he's teaching, whatever he's doing, is not working. It's not working. So I mean, I don't understand. I really don't understand where they're coming from.
Yes, situational hitting has been a huge problem for the Yankees, and that goes hand in hand with the batting coach. So I definitely do see the reason to maybe let him go.
Right. Well, they have multiple. I think they have like 2 or 3. I mean, which is insane.
Yeah.
I'd be embarrassed to say we have 2 or 3 of them because they're not doing anything for this team. They
Yeah.
don't even know how to bunt.
That's huge.
I mean, come on, man. I don't get it. The Yanks are 48, like 40 millions of payrolls. It's on players that are not on the team active. You're right, because they go for strikeouts and home runs. That's what they feel the fans want to spend their money on. They don't care if you bat 200 or you bat 4,000. They want to see action. They want home runs. They want strikeouts. They want all of that. What we're missing here is you want a complete team. You don't want to keep bashing and bashing. And look, they hit 4 homers tonight. They didn't even come close to winning the game. I mean, we got to call it a spade a spade.
Yeah. Trading Jones can complete the team. It's a rough take right there. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think you got to keep Spencer Jones in the organization as much as possible, man. I see a lot in this kid. And the outfield depth, because I don't think you're gonna have Trent. I don't think you're gonna have Trent Grisham next season. You're gonna need another outfielder to fill that kind of Trent Grisham role. So
Right.
I 100% see the need to keep Spencer Jones. I mean, he's your number 2, I believe, prospect.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Cashman's got to be, going crazy behind the scenes. I mean, I can't believe that he's. Well, we're going to do better tomorrow. No. I mean, it's got to be eating him up. It's got to be eating him up.
Niffin's in the comments right here. Aaron Boone said Ryan McMahon will be available for tomorrow. So that's good to hear. He also said he's coming home from something, so he'll be here in about 10 to 15 minutes, he said.
Okay, well, that's good, but that's not going to help us pitch.
McMahon, yeah.
It's not helping us pitch.
It will help, though, with getting Peraza and Vivas out of the lineup, which is huge.
Yankees Star said Cashman would be selling water if it wasn't for G. Michael. Ay. All right, how do you guys really feel, everyone? My God. And the sad thing about the game is, obviously, we could have won this game.
Yeah.
We were up 2-0, then 3-2, then 3-3, and the roof fell out.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. 17 years dream and still no World Series titles. Cashman has failed big time, and people still give him a pass.
He hasn't failed, really. I mean, you can't say he's failed because his job is to bring in the players, which he has done 100%. You got to look at the past few years. He's been able to get you the big guys. He got you Cole. He got you Judge back over here. He got you Stanton. He got you Rodon. He got you Fried this offseason. He got you Cody Bellinger, who's been phenomenal for this team. Might even will win a Silver Slugger this season, Cody Bellinger. He got you Jazz Chisholm, so you can't put too much of the blame on Cashman, and he hasn't failed. He's not physically playing on the field. He's giving you the players. We've had good rosters. We got this close last season, and we've been this close multiple seasons because of the pieces that Cashman has brought in. You can't say he's failed because from a general manager standpoint, he's done a fantastic job. The list goes on of names he's brought in to the Bronx. You can't put that kind of stuff on him.
Right. Oh, no, I totally agree with you. Charles says, doesn't matter who plays in the lineup, we can't hold a lead.
Yeah, 100%.
And that is true. And that is definitely true. They also say in the chat, the bullpen has lost too many leads for us this year.
100%.
That's not a good winning formula, obviously.
Yeah, the
You know,
bullpen's just been atrocious. You
oh
have to
my God.
make moves. Is Clayton Beater hurt? Is he ready to
I think
go?
so. They sent him down.
Because, like, I would love to see what he can do out of the pen. The dude throws gas. You have him coming out of the bullpen throwing at 100%. Like, why not try it at this point? You've had so many blown games due to the bullpen. Why aren't you trying guys like him? I just don't understand it at this point, man.
Bryce
Cashman
says Clayton Beta has proved he's bad.
proved he's bad. Everyone in the bullpen has proved that they're bad. You gotta give him a try. I don't. Cashman
Well, they
failed
gave
to
him a try.
sign.
He gave him a try.
We got a
Um,
whole paragraph from Youngster. Cashman failed to sign Harper, Machado, and in making trades that would have gotten us good players when he overvalued prospects, had value. He loves to hold in prospects until they become worthless. I agree somewhat with the prospect side of that. I mean, the list could go on of failed Yankee projects. I mean, Estevan Florio, Justice Sheffield, Debbie Garcia, the list goes Miguel Andujar, Gary Sanchez got ruined by the Yankees. But in terms of Harper and Machado, I don't really. Would you have rather had Bryce Harper or would you rather have Garrett Cole, really? Like, that's what you have to start thinking about. So, and
yeah,
if you signed Harper too in the 2019 offseason, there's zero chance you would still have Aaron Judge to this day. Zero, man. I mean, and I love that we still have Judge. So I kind of worked out. Would I have loved Harper? Yes. Would I have loved Machado? Yes. But in terms of the other guys he's brought in, you can't get too mad at Cashman because, like, you can go through every GM and talk about guys they've missed. Every team has the ones that got away. So just because Cashman has some, I don't know. I don't understand this attack at Cashman.
GC Steels, hey, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Yanks are unwatchable right now, and then he adds not enough contact hitters. The bullpen is Meatball City. Is that? It's going fast over here.
I think he hit it right on. I think he hit that right on the head, though. That there's not enough contact hitters. Everyone's
Yes,
just trying to hit
Meatball
a solo.
City, and the defense is atrocious.
Yeah,
And I totally agree. Totally agree. Sean Browning listen. You're better off working. You didn't have to see that game. It was total. It was total garbage, absolute garbage. After Warren left the game, you could have closed the set, gone to sleep, then go whatever. But to watch the Yankees, it's just atrocious right now.
yeah.
I don't know. You can't sugarcoat it anymore, George. You just can't.
I don't feel good about this team at all because really, you take this team into October, you want to lose against the Astros, you want to get embarrassed again because the Astros are probably going to be a playoff team this year. They're probably going to be right back into the swing. You really want to get embarrassed by Houston again. You want to get embarrassed by Toronto in the playoffs. Like, come on, you need to do something. You need to do something sooner rather than later. I know we still have 6 days till the trade deadline. I feel like tonight might be the night. It might sound early to start making moves, but dude, I'd take a move right now. I think a move right now, tonight, this second, this game should push you over the top to see how bad the bullpen has been to go out and get a guy like Johan Duran.
We have an update on the scoreboard, guys. The Mets in the bottom of the first inning lead the Giants 2-1. It looks like that game's going to be a hitting spree. Already 3 runs, and the Giants also have a threat still in the bottom of the first. And
Nathan's going to come on soon.
What was
nasty
that?
one. Nathan's going to be here soon. Nasty one. Don't worry.
Let's see. Any other scores here? No, just no. The rest of the finals that we just gave a little while ago. The Athletics are pouring it on still on the Astros 11-2.
Yeah.
So again, little by little, the Yanks are just flying away from first base. And if it does become 7-8 games, guys, you can only think of one thing, and that's getting the first wild card.
Yeah, Blue
Because what are
Jays
you going
lost
to do?
again.
You're going to play hard. You're going to play hard. You're going to play hard, I just don't see Toronto slowing down. They're psyched. The team, the city is psyched. I've never seen the ball field that crowded every night. I mean, there's some electric going on in Toronto right now, and I just don't see the flame going down. I really don't.
I see a lot of people saying to DFA or cut Loizica. I think you still need to give him time. I think you give Loizica a little bit of a longer leash just because he's coming off Tommy John. And you got to remember the guy he was before the surgery. I 100% agree, though, with Ross, with Hamilton. They've been atrocious. You can't keep throwing them out there, which is why I'll say it again. Johan Duran, he is my guy. He is who I would love to see in pinstripes coming out of this bullpen. Have him be the high leverage guy. I think Luke Weaver, he'll start to find it. Again, he was rushed way too fast back off the IL, but I think he will find it just because the dude is just a solid pitcher. He's a really rock solid guy coming out of the bullpen. So I'm not too concerned yet about him. Again, I'm not really concerned still about Loizica. I think you got to give that time. But you add Johan Duran to that mix, and then you're able to take Jonathan Loizica out of the high leverage spots. Let him work stuff out in the 6th and the 7th inning and save Duran, Weaver, Hill, Williams exclusively for the end of the game.
How realistically do you think they can do to get this guy?
I think it's very realistic.
What would you have to give up?
What would you have to give up? I mean, the thing is, I've heard rumors for 3 guys on the Twins. So just Johan Duran, I don't think will happen. I think it's going to be Duran. I think it's going to be a guy named Willie Castro, who's a utility guy, because the Yankees reportedly want another infielder to kind of take the role of Peraza to be that utility guy, basically to be what Oswaldo would be if he was healthy right now, Oswaldo's injury is having a huge impact right now on the team, not having that stable utility man. So Willie Castro, and the other guy is Joe Ryan, who is absolutely lights out. He would probably be the biggest name in the trade. So all 3 of those guys, which I do think it is realistic. I think Cashman is shooting for the stars this trade deadline. So for all 3, you're going to have to give some solid pieces up. I don't think you would need to give up Spencer Jones. By the way, just got sidetracked. Yankster has a great point right there. They let Canely go. Having a guy like Tommy Canely in this pen would be fantastic right now.
Yeah.
But those 3 guys, you're not going to have to give up Jones, probably not going to have to give up Limbard, probably won't need to even give up Cam Schlittler. I think a guy like Ben Hess would definitely be someone you could trade. He's our number 2 starting pitching prospect. Definitely someone like Everson Pereira you could throw into that deal. Maybe even a guy like JC Escara you would put into that deal to send over to Minnesota, because those 3 guys, Joe Ryan, Johan Duran, and Willie Castro, let me break it down. So you guys, you Yankee fans, you're not happy with I'll just give one name. I know you're mad at a lot of guys in the bullpen. Not happy with Ian Hamilton, not happy with Peraza, and you want another starter. So you turn Peraza into Willie Castro. You turn Ian Hamilton into Johan Duran, and you add another starter. That's what this trade does for you. It transforms your team on all aspects of the game.
Well said. But again, easier said than done, man. How and when are they going to get this done? When they're 8 games out of first place, and then they're going opposite directions. Yeah. And then when you forget about first place, you're playing for the wild card, and then you have other 2 or 3 other teams that are charging for you, and it's a 2-game difference.
Yeah, let me pull up
problems, George. There's no question. There's no sugarcoating it. It's a big problem right now.
Yankees hold the number one spot on the wild card, only hold that by 2 games. Seattle's in second, and Boston's in third. You got Texas creeping up now, a game back. Tampa's a game and a half back. By the way, Texas looking to seal the deal. They're up 4-1 in the bottom of the eighth. They got the bases loaded actually right now, looking to break things open against the Braves. So they're creeping back. If they win this game, they'll be tied for that third spot of the wild card with Boston. So you're adding another team to the mix who's creeping in. Don't DFA Goldie though. That's a little crazy.
And it's so funny. You know what it'll take? Win 3-4 in a row. First of all, you got to win the first one before you can crawl, and walk. But we're trying to put something together here, guys. That you could take 3-4 out, out of 4 out of 5, whatever it is, just do it. Not that they win 1 here, lose 2 there, win 1 here, lose 3 there, win 2 here, lose 2 there. I mean, come on. When are they going to take the, guys, are we good enough or not? Let's challenge ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the next 2 matchups coming up with the Phillies facing 2 really good pitchers, 2 of the best in baseball.
Right.
Like you said, you lose 2 of those games, you're back 7.5 of first place in the East. It's getting ridiculous. And like I said, Texas probably going to win this game against Atlanta, so they're going to put themselves into the mix for the wild card. So now you have another team to worry about. Seattle's creeping up. Boston's creeping up. It just isn't the team right now. You got to make moves fast.
And don't leave out Tampa Bay.
Yeah, game and a half back right now of us.
You never sleep on that team. No matter how good you have it, they're still going to be hanging around. They're like a bad pimple. They never go away. They just never go away, period. It's hysterical, but they don't. Yeah. So, again, I don't know. You can talk to your blue in the face, but then if they don't add another hitter or subtract what a couple of people that they have right now, and they don't do 2 bullpen people, I think George is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
a lot of trouble.
And I like Willie Castro, too. I honestly like Willie Castro's bat more than Brian McMahon's. I really do. Brian McMahon is a boom or doom kind of guy. Heavy strikeout numbers, good, decent power numbers. I mean, he does play in cores, but give him the benefit of the doubt because he will be playing with that short porch out in right field. But I like Willie Castro's numbers more than Ryan McMahon's. I like him as a player all around better than Ryan McMahon. So I do think he would be great to have in this lineup, just basically Oswald Peraza times 1,000. So he'd be great. Johan Duran, I keep saying it, but he is my guy. He is who I want the Yankees to go all out for. I think he is a lot better than David Bednar out in Pittsburgh. And I'll piggyback on that again. I think Joe Ryan in Minnesota is miles better than Mitch Keller out in Pittsburgh. So this sounds like the perfect trade to me. You get 3 guys, you fill your 3 biggest needs on the team, and there you go. Maybe then you start to make some traction in the wild card. We're down that bad right now to Toronto, man.
And it went fast. Before you turn around, they were what, 5 games up? Now they're 5.5 games out.
Yeah.
I mean, and at least they're still up in the wild card by, a couple of games. But if they keep playing like this, I don't think that's going to last.
Wow, some news coming across here. Jorge Vivas, his locker was getting cleared out when the media was in the clubhouse. So maybe he'll be going down to back down to AAA. And Scott Efros was also seen packing up. Interesting stuff right there.
To maybe designated for assignment. Maybe one's going back to AAA, and the other one is packing his bags.
Yeah, I think Jordan might go back down to Scranton, and I think you could see Efros getting DFA'd.
Yeah, you could see that. Who are they going to bring up though?
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be Jones. That's
you're going to
definitely.
laugh. You want to laugh? You know who might be brought up? Carlos Carrasco.
He's still battling it out in
He's
AAA.
battling it down there, and kudos to him. He's trying. I
Yeah.
mean, it can't get any worse than it is right now, guys.
Yeah, maybe
Can't get
throw
any
him in the
worse.
bullpen.
I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. We're a bad team, Evan's saying. Panera, Warren, Hess, and Salvage has to go. Ben Rice for Duran in a package. Just do it.
I would honestly be open to thinking about that.
Well, I could see how much you like him.
Yeah.
You're definitely leaning towards Duran. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, just it gets so frustrating with the bullpen because that's the reason we're losing games.
Yeah, without question, without question.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think, like when you're talking about Kenley, that was a big blow. They should have given him a 2-year deal, whatever. He pitches very good for the Yankees,
Mm-hmm.
but he's like a ping pong ball. 1 year I'm with the Yankees, the next year I'm with somebody else. I come back to the Yankees, I'm with somebody else. I come back to I mean, come on. The guy's a very, very good relief pitcher. Sign him for a couple of years, and, you stop. That's it. Just keep going. But Yankees don't believe in some of this stuff. That is a big problem.
Yeah.
I just can't. Still doesn't fix the home run or nothing offense. This team
Volpe looked all right actually today. Had 2 very hard hit balls. One actually left the ballpark.
Right.
So definitely hope. I mean, he's been really good since the All-Star break. So hopefully that's a sign of what's to come for Volpe. I know it is getting frustrating with all the errors at shortstop, but yeah, no way the Yankees trade for Paul Skeens.
Gosh, yeah. Okay. That's a pipe dream. That's really a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2 years, but not now. It just won't happen, especially if they have controllable years and his arbitration.
Yeah.
He might win. He might do an arbitration, win it, and then before he could do that next year, he gets traded. You watch.
Yeah.
That's so simple. That's going to happen.
Rangers are up 8-1 on the Twins.
Wow. The Twins are just cooking it out to just be out of there at this point, right?
Yeah.
They have, they really don't have anything cooking.
Yeah, I mean, and they have these great pieces right here for them. These great tradable pieces that would make so much sense for the Yankees. So I would love to see that happen.
Well, obviously for them to get McMahon, something else is either something big,
yeah,
or a couple of a couple of big bullpen arms. They need one solid bullpen arm for sure.
That's Duran. I'll pull up his numbers and read them out loud so everyone can hear. But this dude is the real deal right here. I mean, he's in 46 innings of work, he struck out 51, has an ERA of 1.94. He somehow accumulated a 2.2 WAR, which is kind of crazy for the amount of innings he's worked. So yeah, I mean, the dude is lights out for the Twins. He's been shutting it down in Minnesota. And honestly, it's been like this for a few years now. He's been kind of a premier bullpen arm for a while now. He's only 27. So I would love to see what happens. And he's a free agent in 2028.
Wow.
So lots of good control.
Yeah, no, listen, they got to make a decision. They got to do something because, first and foremost, all right, like I said, I know we had a sacrifice fly, but come on.
You need to start hitting.
First and second, they have no outs, strike out, ground ball, pop up, strike out. I don't understand. Where is the clutch in the team? Where is the clutch? What happened to it?
You know who had the clutch gene a little bit? Glaber. People don't like when I say this, but it would have been smart to keep Gleyber Torres. I know he played like a bonehead sometimes in the field. I know defensively it was a little bit ugly, but I mean, the dude's bat spoke for itself. I know it's rough, the situation with moving. You would have to probably have Jazz at third, but I mean, just to have that solid bat in the lineup, the guy, when Glaber, yeah, Glaber was a great leadoff guy. Because when he was at his best, when he was able to take that pitch the other way into right field on a line, not too many people in the lineup were better than him. He would be the perfect leadoff guy right now on the team, but you just didn't even give it any thought. No thought at all. And the same thing for Tommy Canely. No thought at all. You thought you would cruise by, and you didn't. You thought DJ LeMahieu was going to have a huge resurgence. He didn't. You thought Oswald Peraza was going to be legit. He wasn't. So I
Right.
just don't get it sometimes. And I'll piggyback. I think it was Yankster who said this back with his gibberish rant, but this actually made a lot of sense. How I was talking about how much the Yankees wasted prospects because they keep thinking they're going to be something that they're not. And
Right.
that's 100% what happened with a lot of these guys. 100% what's going on with Volpe. They still think he's a superstar. He is not. At best, which is really, I would take this. He's an above average everyday shortstop, which I would 100% think at this point.
Wow. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't dispute it. You really can't. Let's see here. A very good trade proposal for the Padres. Cease, Tatis Jr., and Luis Arias for Volpe and a
Never
couple of
gonna
very
happen.
good prospects. No, that ain't.
One,
That's not.
I don't like Dylan Cease. I don't like the idea of having a fly ball pitcher in Yankee Stadium. Tatis is their baby right there. The dude signed to like 2035 for pretty cheap too, because the market keeps going up. So they got Tatis for a little bit of a bargain nowadays. Imagine if he was a free agent this year. So they're going to keep Tatis to themselves. Luis Arias, I'm not the biggest Luis Arias fan. And I feel like why go out and get a guy like Luis Arias, probably who's going to be more than Willie Castro, when you could just get Castro, you could throw in the other two arms. Not really seeing that much. I don't think it's very possible or likely that trade.
Yeah, no question about it.
Tell you what, though, I had, and I actually really wanted this to happen when Tatis was suspended. I thought that would have been a great time for the Yankees to swoop up and grab him.
Yeah,
I think that would have been great right there.
You're right. You're right. And again, your guess is as good as mine. Well, so two roster spots are going to open. Well, one will be McMahon.
So
and I wonder what their thought process is with, what they're going to do.
Yeah.
That should be that. I don't know.
Gotta believe it's going to be an arm, probably a pitcher, because McMahon's basically going to take Yorbit's spot. So you're probably going to have a pitcher coming up. So we'll see what it is. Is it going to be a guy like Carlos Carrasco, like he said? Is it going to be a guy like maybe Clayton Beater coming back up, getting the chance in the bullpen? We'll see what happens, though. I am excited to see, though.
Yeah, we all are. We all are. And today, if it's the start of something, it'll be great. It'll be great, really. Let's see. The Padres would laugh in our face.
100%.
Nick Coots, 6 for 6 and 4 home runs.
That's probably the rookie of the year. I know a lot of people think it's going to be Jacob Wilson, but I think his teammate might swipe up and grab it. I think Nick has honestly deserved it right now. The dude's been on fire. He hit 4 homers tonight, 6 for 6.
That's insane.
Tell you what, the Athletics are quietly building a solid young core right now.
They are. Unfortunately, they can't keep them. That's the problem. Yeah. That is a big problem.
Tell you what, you give it 3 years, all those guys are going to be high on the trade block. Kurtz, Wilson, all these guys, people are going to be feasting for.
I agree. I totally agree. Well, listen, we could beat this till we're blue in the face, but the bottom line is we have to play better. We have to pitch better. As like Boone would say, it's right in front of us. It's right in front of us. Well, start showing it then.
Yeah.
Play a crisper infield. Try to hit the ball the opposite way. Look at them. It's magic in motion when we send people, out there. We have the guys to do that, but we don't. Iran not very happy with Cleveland Guardians proposals. I think that it's very good time to go and get it. Yeah, but they're gonna want the house. They're gonna want a house for that.
Yeah.
Not gonna work.
That's gonna give up Jones.
That will give up Jones.
Yeah, 100%.
Probably. Yep. And
Schindler's probably gone too.
Wow.
Like Charles said, it's on the players. 100% agree with you, Charles. It is all on the players. They need situational hitting. You got to be able to move the runner over. You can't be trying to hit the ball over the wall every time. Jones is not getting traded. Agree with that too. You can't trade Jones. He's too valuable right now.
You're right. You just don't know where to turn anymore. You really don't know where to turn anymore. I don't even know where to start it. The hitting they don't drive in runs. The pitching is atrocious in the middle innings. They need
the rotation's been fine.
What was that?
The rotation's been fine, I'll say.
Yeah. Well, except when you go to like fourth and fifth, then you have the problem.
Yeah.
Nitin is reporting this. Following tonight's game, the Yankees option Efros and an infielder to AAA Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't DFA them, so they're going down. So obviously Peraza's won the bench so far. He won that over Joe Bitt.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we may not see Scott Efros again. I think
he's done.
I think it's sailed there. Thank you, Nitin, for the breaking news. We appreciate it. At least that solves that. We don't have to be wondering in the night, oh, did they make a trade? Or did they do this?
But now we're going to be wondering who's called up.
Well, you only need one guy.
Yeah.
Because you have McMahon. So
who's that name going to be, though?
That's a good question. Well, like I said, Carrasco could be one. I know it's not sexy enough, but could be.
We gotta stop saying we're gonna DFA Tim Hill and Paul Goldschmidt. That's a little much right now.
That's a little extreme.
Especially Tim Hill. I mean, Tim Hill's done nothing wrong, man.
FJ says you can't get blood from a stone. The Yankees have too many low average, high strikeout guys. They're not situational hitters. Now, that's another thing that brings me to the Japanese guy for next year.
Yeah.
Is another strikeout machine. Do we really need that? I know you want
think about think about going all out for Kyle Tucker.
You think the Yankees are gonna blow $500 million on him?
If you were gonna blow 500 on the guy from Japan, which I 100% think he's gonna get, probably the best power hitter in Japan's history. So if you're gonna do that, I 100% see the reason to go get Tucker.
Tucker. That would be awesome in a minute. You break up. Oh.
Because what I would do, I would have Tucker in left. I would have Dominguez in center, Judge in right. You're going to let Goldschmidt walk, and you're going to put Bellinger at first base. That's how I would run it.
You wouldn't keep Paul G for
not for getting Kyle Tucker.
Right.
I'd let Grisham walk. I'd maybe start considering trading Stanton too. I mean, because there's a lot of money coming on the table with a guy like Tucker. It's a little unrealistic, but It's definitely possible, I think.
Yankee 48 says Goldie is breaking down. It happened last year too. The more seasons go on, the more season goes on, the stats keep coming down miserably. He's done.
Yeah, Goldschmidt's definitely breaking down. I don't think it's time to DFA him just yet. We'll see if
Right.
there's any spark left in the tank for Goldie, but I mean, it's been rough the past couple games. It definitely has.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking and thinking and thinking. I just you rack your brains. I mean, when you just about think the Yankees are out of the woods and ready to explode, they go right back down to the zoom. It's like it's meant that way. They got to go right down.
Yeah.
And let's see what Aaron has to say. It's a long one. We need to trade Volpe. In my searches, some good shortstops are available. They're not having a good year with the team. The perfect fit would be De La Cruz. He's not having a good year, and let's see. He's not having a good year. All right. Well, you're right. You're right. But I just don't see Cruz on this team. Do you?
Yeah. No, Ellie De La Cruz, no way.
Really? Oh, okay. So you believe?
I don't think the Reds. I think he is a good fit, but I don't think the Reds are going to trade. You got to remember, it's a two-way street right there. The other team has to agree to let that guy go. They're not getting rid of Ellie, the Reds. He's too good. I mean, the dude's had a fantastic season. Finally, cutting down on the strikeouts, putting the ball in play more. He's up to like 270 now. Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, that's a potential MVP frontrunner soon.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But I don't think it's going to happen. I think Cincinnati's going to try and keep him. Cincinnati's turning into a middle-of-the-pack kind of team in the National League. They're noticing there are a few big guys away. They're going to see what Chase Burns can turn into on the bump. They got Andrew Abbott, who's one of the best pitchers in the NL this season. They're close. They're not going to give away their superstar. They're going to keep as much as they can have right now.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. So listen. It's going to start playing out. There's got to be more moves and stuff like that, and just go from there. Next move. Let's do. I mean, God knows what are they going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
If the Yankees have to go into that bullpen, who are they going to go to? That's what I'd like to know. I guess it has to be Blue Baker. I guess they're going to bring somebody up like a Carrasco or somebody, that we're not thinking of.
Yeah.
TC definitely says Efros was a complete bust. Oh yeah,
100%.
He came with a good reputation. He was darn good at one time. Then he got hurt, and that was it. He was never the same pitcher. And the Yankees tried that, the organization.
He got hurt too, like throwing one pitch in spring training.
Right.
Which
so annoying. You're lucky. We're lucky that he's on the mound. So I don't know. As one good thing about baseball, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's doesn't look too promising though at all, man. I had a tough matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. And what's your weekend looking like, big guy? What do you got cooking?
Not much this weekend. Tomorrow. What we got? I'm going to Jets training camp tomorrow, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, great!
See the new QB. We got Justin Fields still slinging it, so we're excited about that. That's at like 7 in the morning though, so early one. But yeah.
No, that's great. Hopefully, you'll be visiting us tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, so it's a 1:00 game tomorrow. When you guys usually start the pregame?
Well, I'm gonna do usually what I do on that is there's no pregame, because we have the morning show that'll usually ends by 10. I mean, what do we do? Take a few minute break. So we talk about a lot of things, and then. We'll go to Ken the Ugly Truth's channel. He'll call the play-by-play, And then after the show, as the show ends tomorrow, we'll give a time when our post game will be. Are you cleared late afternoon or
Yeah,
afternoon?
probably I could do post game. I can't do pregame just because training camp's so early in the
Right now, there
morning.
won't be the pregame, but um, is like earlier better good for you? Like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock?
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna probably go. We'll do we're gonna folks. We're gonna do the morning show. Then we're gonna go to Ken the Ugly Truths channel, and then from there we're gonna come right back here. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock post game show. We're gonna say it right now. I will put the link in as soon as we end the stream in a couple of minutes because listen, we can beat a horse. But we're just going over and over and over again. We might as well clear our heads a little bit, guys, and just relax and start it up tomorrow once again. George, sometimes that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you beat the horse. Nothing's going to change. The Yankees still lost. They still need pitching. They still possibly need another bat maybe off the bench. So we're just we're just beating a horse. Yes, Yank. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. That was a beautiful tribute that WWE did tonight on SmackDown. If you guys didn't see it and you want to see it, I'm sure it's on YouTube already. Check it out. They did a very nice job. All the wrestlers again. Every one of them and the backstage hands, everybody on the stage, who and there was a lot of tears. It was sad. It was they do that with all the big stars, Piper, people like that. So kudos to the WWE for doing a fantastic tribute to. Mr. Entertainment, and Hulk Hogan was just incredible. I saw him so many times in sports and entertainment, and what a thrill! Matter of fact, it was funny when they showed right after Andre the Giant, he body slammed Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 3. They panned it. I was right on there. Nice, perfect picture. It was great. I loved it, and I loved those days. I really, wrestling in those days, nothing like it. Entertainment and wrestling, it's a lot of fun. Right now, it's more fun than watching the Yankees. I can tell you that, George.
A lot of stuff are his nowadays.
A lot of things. Before we go, let's just give one more update on the scoreboard. Let's see here. The Mets are leading the Giants 3-1, bottom three. The Mariners and the Angels are tied 2-2, top six. And I think those are the only two games. Yep, the Athletics beat the Astros, really beat them 15-3. Texas beat the Atlanta Braves 8-3. And the White Sox did a number on the Cubs 12-5. Everything else, we saw that. Let's see this blockbuster trade. Would you do this?
It's not going to happen. That's the problem.
It's
like zero chance.
For Albies and a
Braves would block our number. There's no way.
That's a even when the experts say Yankster Mania is dead, the game is always rises up again. You're right. You're absolutely right, guys. Boone, of course, making excuses. I mean, that I don't even watch it because you're only going to get upset with what he's going to say. You know what he's going to say, and it's the same old thing. So don't even block it out. Whatever. Make a snack. Come here. Just don't even watch it.
Yeah.
Because you've seen one Boone press conference, you've seen them all. it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but anyway, at this point, we wow, that's funny. I just looked at the clock, and we were on 111111. That's that. Wow, that's great. We got the ones tonight. We're
Yeah.
on we're on about an hour and 11 minutes. So again, thank you for coming on. Give us your final thoughts, and just thank you so much for coming on, and plug your podcast one more time for us.
Yeah, so final thoughts we got on this. I mean, I think how much more are we going to do before I don't know what the breaking point is. Like we've got exposed series after series that there's so many holes in this game. Night Charles, thanks for stopping
Good
by.
night, Charles.
Just so much holes in this team right now, especially the bullpen. The bullpen, it's horrendous right now. It is so bad. It is the reason we lost tonight. And then it also showed us that like they don't look like professional hitters. They just don't right now. Like it's you gotta get smarter. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said something's got to be done with the personnel, with the hitting coach. So I mean, just what's the breaking point? It's got to be soon because the clock is ticking. You got 6 days before the trade deadline, and
And
you have to
59
do
and
something.
59 games to go to straighten out.
Yeah, I mean, really, like the clock is ticking. You're be lucky. It's gonna be honestly a miracle if they pull off the number one seed in the American League. If they win the division, that would be a true miracle right now. So right now you're playing for a wild card spot. It is what it is, but you have to play where you're at right now. You're gonna have to compete for that number one spot in the wild card. And yeah, I mean I can't stress this enough. You have to make a big trade. You have to. You have to get a number of guys. You gotta get bullpen help. You gotta get a pitcher. You gotta get another bat, and you have to do it soon. It's just unbelievable if they don't do that. No words would be able to come out of my mouth of how shocked I would be if Brian Cashman stays silent. I would just be dumbfounded if nothing else happens. I
No,
really would just because of how bad this stretch has been. And it's
right.
also not great that Toronto's playing like the best team in the MLB right now. Again, there's that separation. They're going up, you're going down. Pretty soon, the division is not even going to be in your thoughts right now. It's going to be staying alive in the wild card. So there obviously has to be a big deal. I cannot stress that enough. It cannot be a tiny little deal. It cannot be just getting this one guy who is mediocre, maybe slightly above average. You have to bring in superstars. You have to do the big trade. You have to set the tone to make all baseball fans say, oh, they're legit trying to get back in this. They're ready. Brian Cashman is locked in. That's what you have to do. You have to shake the MLB. It has to be such a big trade that the second it happens, we're putting the headset on, we're turning the mics on, and we're going live within seconds. That's how big the trade has to be. You need to
Wow.
revamp this team. Just because you're getting exposed day in and day out, you can't be this laid back because I don't see Toronto slowing down. I don't see the Yankees' fortune changing either. So you
Yeah.
have to do something big. That's all I got for tonight on my final thoughts. Tomorrow's a new day.
Well, you got we always end it with "Let's go Yankees."
Yeah.
But no, thank. It was a great first day, Big Guy. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're doing a fantastic job. We're very, very happy to have you here, and we look forward to your words of wisdom after the game tomorrow.
Yeah. Look forward to doing this. I'm
So-
looking forward to do a lot more of these, you know?
Oh, and it's endless. We're going to do a lot of streams, and sometimes we're going to go on like spur of the moment, like I did today, with the big trade. So I
Yeah.
want to see more trades. I want to see more things happening. And the next few days are going to be pretty interesting. And also, I'm hoping on trade deadline day, you'll be able to give some insight for a little
100%.
bit, as much as you can, because we're going to need all the help that day. There's going to be a lot of talking, a
Yeah.
lot of, so we need a lot of help here, but to help the fans and keep everybody updated. So I can't thank again everybody enough. Nitin, for everything he's doing for the show.
Yeah, he said he had something tonight. He couldn't make it, but he did give us some great insight in the comments. A shout out to Nathan for all
Yes,
that.
That goes without saying. And as everybody knows, we have coffee, bagels, pancakes, French toast, Yankee talk tomorrow morning, of course, and every morning at 8:30 in the morning. Remember, as you go out, please press the like button. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Please tell your friends and all, anybody that's a Yankee fan, a baseball fan. We are going to keep expanding. There's going to be a lot more surprises for you guys. Believe me, there's going to be a lot more surprises. So thank you again, everyone. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless your families. Let's see you in the morning, and have a good night. And keep it all up, everyone. The Yanks are going to come back. That may be a promise from all of us at NY Yankee Mania. Good night, everyone. See you at 8:30 in the morning.
Night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good night.